Hello everyone, the 316 here with another Mcfarlane Toys DC Multiverse review. This time I was lucky enough to find the KnightFall Batman figure at one of my local Walmarts. This figure retails for, I want to say, $21.99, $22.99. The price varies. I've seen anywhere from $19.99 to $22.99, so $3 difference really just depends on where you get it. At my Walmart, I think it was like 20, 30 something. It was a very strange price. Anyway, figure, of course, comes with a stand, a trading card, which we'll look at real quick. Also, for some reason, the trading cards, at least this trading card, if it would focus, if you'd kindly. I don't know why it's not focusing. Let's get this. Let's get that out of the way. See if that helps. Alright, it doesn't want to focus, but seriously, why don't you want to focus? Is it the reflective material? Let me see if I could at least get that readable for you. Okay, I think you guys can read that. But here's what the artwork looks like. And when I put this up against my background, it kind of blends in. I think that's kind of funny looking. Anyway, since we're on the box, there's the box for you. Standard Mcfarlane DC Multiverse box. Says what the character is. And there's the bottom if you need the barcode for anything. And the rest of the legalese, which most of you don't care about. Whatever. And let's get this card out of the way, too. Alright, accessories-wise. Comes with 4 hands and a batarang. The 4 hands are 2 fisted hands, which are currently on the figure. And then 2 holding hands, which they're not too difficult to swap out. Okay, I don't know why camera don't want no focus. There you go. That's better. But it's pretty easy to swap these hands out. But before I do that, I want to show you me putting the batarang in these hands. You could put it in that way. You could put it in this way, although it doesn't like to hold. I usually like to put it on the biggest like divider there, and then have them hold it kind of sideways like that. But you could put it on the second biggest one, although he doesn't hold it very well on either hand. You kind of just have to wedge it in there to make it look decent. Nice size batarang though. So to swap out the hand, all you gotta do is come to one of the hands here and pull it right off. It's that easy, and then you can replace it with little to no issue. And it's giving me issue on camera. I don't know why. Come on, get in there. Alright, fine. I'll do it off camera. Damn you, Batman. Okay, I got it on there, but it took a little bit more force. So, you have your wrestling open hand, and you have your... Anyway, let me go ahead and A-pose him real quick so we can get on with the review. Sometimes the joints on these figures can be a little wonky, and I will get into that with this one. But this was the Batman figure I've been waiting for basically since the line started. No Batman really stood out to me as like the Batman, like that I needed to have that one. Obviously there's the Dark Knight Batman, but I mean comic book Batman. When I think of comic book Batman, first of all, he doesn't fall over like that. Let's try this foot. When I think of comic book Batman, this is what comes to mind. Whether or not you like black and blue, or black and gray, or black and gray. Blue and gray or black and gray. Whether or not whatever color scheme you like for Batman, I think this one works really well. And normally I'm a black and gray Batman guy, but this blue and gray just really stands out. It looks good. And a lot of Batman merchandise has this look for him, and I can see why. This figure got a variant release for San Diego Comic-Con. I think it was limited to only a few, like, under 2,000, like 1,200 maybe. But basically the only difference is that the gray on the Comic-Con one was darker, and he had black paint on the face and right here on his crotch. Besides that, the only difference was the box. The stand had the red Batman logo on it, and I think the card was a little different. But otherwise, if you just want a Batman from KnightFall this is the one that you're probably going to find. Getting that San Diego Comic-Con one's going to be expensive, all right? But speaking of the just retail release one, I think they knocked it out of the park with this. I'd argue that this is McFarlane's best Batman to date, if not the best Batman they'll ever make. Now, I do have problems with this figure, which we will, again, get into. But, just take a look at him. Look at how good he looks. On camera, he is a little bit darker than he is in person. The blue is darker than this blue, but not by much. Very nice color. Cape looks good. It's just a nice plastic cape. Didn't have to be cloth. It works well. It does go out to one side. I do wish it was more like the Dark Knight one. There's the back of the figure if you were interested. Speaking of back, let's see if Bane could break his back. I really wish I got that Bane Mega figure. Yep, Bane can totally break his back. He can't really break his sternum, though. Like, he don't go forward all that much. He really doesn't. Like, that's it. There's, like, nothing in this upper torso. You'd have to Dremel it a little bit to get it to pose a bit better. Speaking of posing, arms are what you expect. Double joints as well. The wrists here, they blend in pretty well with the rest of the forearm. Although this side I don't think looks as good. This side looks really nice. And, you can swivel that. You can also turn the wrist if you want to have him go up and down, rather. And, of course, you can spin the hand independently to the wrist as well. A lot of wrist movement as well as ankle movement. Hip-wise, you saw what he does, but, he does have a full 360 on the upper and the lower, although the lower is a little bit stiff, at least on my copy. The legs-wise, this is as far together as they close. I wish they closed a bit further together. I'd probably have to do a mod to fix that, which, again, not too big a deal. But there's, like, almost no rotation outward. There is inward, though, as you can see. But outward, there's nothing. And I think that's because his ass gets in the way. It's very square, and he can't turn it. But when his leg is fully out like this, he's got plenty of range of movement in it. So if you want to fix the range of movement in his hip, you're just going to have to cut his ass out, basically. He does have double jointed knees, which I will show you how those look all the way done. Not too bad. I mean, most people can't get their ankle to touch their ass, so I think for what's here, it's more than enough. Ankle-wise, it does have the joint at the top, as well as the pivot towards the bottom, and you can go up and down. And if you really wanted to, you can pivot it this way and then get him some weird, wacky, like, broken foot syndrome. And, of course, it's got the toe bend. On this side, mine is a little loose. Other side's not too bad. Some other issues I have with this figure, more nitpicks, but yeah, that's what happens with both of the legs fully how would I say this? Like, pushed all the way to one extreme. Like, those are some broken legs if I've seen any. Yikes. He can stand on his own. As you can see, he doesn't really need the base, and even when I do put his foot in the base, it feels like it doesn't want to go in there. Like, there's extra plastic in his foot. But let me go ahead and put him in a nice pose here, and we can do some size comparisons. Alright, so Batman here with the stand included comes at almost 7.5 inches from the ear. Pretty close, though. And I almost forgot, the head can... It can do this. Can't really look up or down all that much. Up is definitely better, but I feel like I'm fighting against the movement rather than working with it. So just be careful. Good sculpt though. Good paint job. All right, let's go ahead and see how he looks next to some other McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse figures. We're gonna start off with Flashpoint Flash, and these two look great together. Just these, I love this. Looks so good. Because I don't have the green version of Aquaman, here's Flashpoint Aquaman. So I might switch Barry's head out onto him at some point. But for now, I think my Justice League is looking good. I'd love to get Hal with Superman, Wonder Woman, Martian Manhunter, uh, Green Arrow, even. But lastly, let's see how he looks next to a Build-A-Figure. And here is Atrocitus. Yeah, looks good. I really wish I had Azrael Batman or Bane KnightFall. I'd really like to have either of those two figures, but they go for quite a bit on the aftermarket, and I just don't have that money. Let me get these guys out of the way. Now let's see how Batman looks to some other lines. Let's start off with a 6-inch Hasbro line. We have the Dino Thunder Black. We have the Tiger Force Outback from G.I. Joe Classified. Go back to 7 for a minute. We got John Cena Elite 100 Mattel. We got Extremis Iron Man here. We got the Jazzwares Spartan Yoroi. Who else am I forgetting here? You know what? For one last time, let's go ahead and do the Amanda Connor Black and White Batman statue. Stick them about there. Good. And I haven't done this one in a while. Here's a high-grade Gundam Wing. Overall, though, I think this Batman figure is one of, if not Mcfarlane's best. I highly recommend it. I do see them reusing this body mold at some point. It's a good body mold. It does have its flaws, as I've shown you, but, a Dremel, it's really all you need, and it'd be good to go. But I don't usually do, like, 10 out of 10s, but I would give this figure a 9 out of 10 if I had to rank it by, like, a number. Oh, you can't see Iron Man. There you go. He's hiding. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this Batman. If you can recommend me to any decently priced Bane big figs, like $80 less. I'm never going to get that Bane. Hopefully he comes back in a 2-pack. It has been rumored that Bane and this Batman will be in a 2-pack, but nothing concrete. Don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe, hit the bell. It all helps out the channel. And as always,